I did a video about this image that was given out yesterday in Knock, and then somebody contacted me to let me know a bit about the story that they went to print this image and the printer didn't work, and they had to, try it again with another printer, and really trying to get this image out wasn't as easy as one thinks. But I suppose what really hit me yesterday was the fact that both the successor of Saint Peter and the successor of Saint Patrick, so Pope Leo and Archbishop Eamon Martin, both got promoted this event, and that Archbishop Eamon Martin, as the successor of Saint Patrick, came down, did the consecration, led the Eucharistic procession. This is all very powerful for Ireland. And I'm going to ask every Irish parish, every Irish Catholic, can you do me a favour? Can you put an image of the Sacred Heart in your home? I have a very, very big image of tapestry of the Sacred Heart that I bought in the Vatican a few years ago, and I got it framed, and it's there in the hallway. And I would just ask every single Irish parish to follow the example of Archbishop Eamon Martin and consecrate your parish, and to get all of your parishioners to get an image of the Sacred Heart, get it framed, place it in your home. I'm glad they put the promises of the Sacred Heart here, because these are important, for the church for this moment in time. 12 promises of the Sacred Heart of Jesus revealed to St. Margaret Mary Alacoque. I will give them all the graces necessary for their Sacred Heart, state of life. I will establish peace in their homes. I will comfort them in all their afflictions. I will be their secure refuge during life and above all in death. I will bestow abundant blessings upon all their undertakings. Sinners will find in my heart the source of infinite ocean of mercy. Lukewarm souls will become fervent. Fervent souls will quickly mount to high perfection. I will bless every place in which an image of my heart is exposed and honoured. I will give to priests the gift of touching the most hardened hearts. Those who shall promote this devotion shall have their names written in my heart. So I am promoting this devotion. I've always had a devotion to the Sacred Heart going back to when I visited Pré Le Monial in 1992. So that's over 33 years ago. It's hard to believe. I promise you in the extensive mercy of my heart that all powerful love will grant to all those who receive Holy Communion on the first Fridays in 9 consecutive months the grace of final perseverance. They shall not die in my disgrace, nor without receiving their sacraments. My divine heart shall be their safe refuge in this last moment. I did that devotion of receiving communion on the first Fridays for 9 consecutive months for many years. And so these are the promises. This is the image. I do like it how Archbishop Eamon Martin signed. And they left space to put your family name here. So Archbishop Eamon Martin here. You have Father John Muckler here, and Dom Basil here. The relics that we had of St. Margaret Mary Alacoque and St. Claude de Colombier, he was the Jesuit that promoted this devotion. The relics we had in Knock were thanks to the monks of Silverstream Abbey, thanks to Dom Basil McCabe. So, he has done a lot of work on this. And, they were in Rome with Father Shane here in the Diocese of Tuam, Father Muckler, Father... another priest escapes me up in Donegal, and Dom Basil. They went over to Rome, so they did a great job. But look, if I could ask every parish in Ireland to follow the example of the successor of Saint Patrick and consecrate your parish to the Sacred Heart and give out this picture and have it framed in every home, Just, it doesn't cost that much to put up a framed picture of the Sacred Heart. Like, and make it an effort. Like, I do think the more we turn our families, because what our Lord is trying to do in families is to try to bring his light into our families. This is where our Lord is trying to bring his presence into our life. It's not so much this pious image that you see. What Christ is trying to do is to bring his presence into our lives. This image is an icon, but you have to go deeper into what it symbolizes. Christ wants us to love like him, to sacrifice like him. If we understood the symbology of what Christ is trying to say to us in the Sacred Heart image, our families, our society, our life would be utterly transformed. Christ is the light, and he wants to bring light into so many lives. And yet we have lost this beautiful devotion in Ireland. We have become a society where we have really made money and power and everything else. We've created these real strong idols in Ireland over God, and we bow down to them. We used to have religious holidays in Ireland, but these religious holidays, if they fall within a weekday, no, the Assumption used to be a religious holiday in Ireland, gone. Ascension, gone. It's a strange, in other countries in Europe that are a lot more secular than Ireland was, they managed to retain religious holidays. I suppose, like when I'm thinking of some of secular France and so forth, it's amazing that some of the secular holidays they retained, the religious holidays retained. Yes, here in Ireland, sadly. But look, urgent appeal to Ireland. Urgent appeal to Ireland to get him. I hope we can get more of these printed, or whoever's been printing them, and we get them out to Ireland. And maybe whoever's printing them, if you do an appeal, people will fund it so that you can get these out to Ireland. There's 1,200 and something parishes in Ireland. I did the study on the number of parishes because I wanted to get every parish to knock to give 8 hours of adoration. We could divide Ireland into parish clusters and have 3 parishes every day in Knock to have perpetual adoration in Knock. This is a proposal from 2019. Sadly, there isn't a perpetual adoration place in Knock yet, but there's 1,200 parishes. Surely every parish can give 8 hours, 4 or 5 people from every parish in Ireland to give 8 hours. But I think that having a location at night to give adoration was proving problematic. So who knows? Maybe it will happen. But still, there's 1,200 parishes. We consecrate each parish. I know the Archbishop has done it for the whole of Ireland. There's no harm in one Sunday just dedicating it to giving out this image, preaching on the Sacred Heart, and getting families to have this image in every Irish home. It isn't a superstitious image. This is Christ teaching us to know how to love, to know his love and know how to love. Ultimately, what Christ is trying to do is to unite souls to him. This is what he's trying to do. He's trying to bring us in that process of sanctification, theosis, deification, to create in us living images of him, living hearts of him. If you have a devotion to the Sacred Heart, basically, ultimately what you are going to have is the heart of Christ. That's where Christ is trying to bring us. With the Eucharist, we become what we eat. We become Christ, and we learn to love like Christ. So anyway, urgent call, get this image into every Irish home. And if you go to Knock, any of the stores there, how many places you can see this image for sale? Secondhand shops. How many secondhand antique shops have I seen? Old Sacred Heart images there thrown away for sale. Go out and buy one. Go out and buy one. God bless you. Take care. Bye bye.